What's up, guys? Hope you're doing well. Hey, guess what, y'all? Yesterday was my little sister's birthday. My only sister, and therefore my favorite sister. Carina Grace BR, a.k.a. Chippy, a.k.a. Rena Roo, a.k.a. Choony Poony. You don't even know about that. And I want to share a couple things that I love about my sister, and then one story of a way that God's used our relationship or used me as a brother to her. But so thankful for Carina, and so thankful that we just get to be in the same family together. Carina is amazing. She's so intelligent, but so kind. She got all of the tender heart of her older brother Jeremy, and all of the just straight geniusness and ambition of her older brother Andy, my older brother as well. And so she's just this unfair package, dynamic threat to the world for good. And so if you're bad, you better look out, because she's dynamic on team good, you know? And seriously, just so kind and so loving, and really so thoughtful, so friendly, a friend to everyone, so considerate, and just sees value in people. It reminds me of I think it's in 2 Corinthians 5. I always forget. I think it's 2nd, but there's this line where Paul is talking to believers and he's instructing them. He says, "From now on, we regard no one from a worldly point of view, but rather than seeing people as just what we would label them as, or seeing people for what we can tell from the outside, what we're called to do is to see people for who they really are on the inside." Or in other words, instead of looking at them from a worldly point of view, look at them from a heavenly point of view. Look at them from a way of what God sees in them or wants for them or has gifted them with, and don't get hung up on the things about their life or whatever that make you tempted to be critical, but instead focus on the true gold that is in them and help bring that to the surface. And so that is something that my sister does so well, and I'm just so proud of her. One testimony related to my sister, other than the fact that I have a sister, we get to be in the same family, and I'm just so thankful for that. But one thing I can think of, and I don't remember the exact year, but must have been 2019. Let's guess it's 2019, maybe 2018. Anyways, my sister, when she started getting on the roads, got her driver's license, she had some bad luck in a couple relatively minor, but one that was relatively significant, vehicle incidents and damages, crashes or scuffs, etc. And it was nerve-wracking for her because, of course, she's young and she wants to do a good job. She's amazing at everything. Hey, that's actually, let me just encourage myself. One thing that I, at least so far, can say that I probably do better than my little sister is driving. So, hey, you can't win them all, Carina. I'm not trying to roast her, though. What I'm trying to share is that this cool moment happened where I happened to be home at my parents' house, and she was still in high school. I was just there for a week or a weekend or something over Christmas break or something like that. But staying up late, hanging out with my sibs, my little bro, and Carina gets home, and she comes up to the room we're playing in, and she's kind of shaken up, and basically she had gotten in a minor wreck. Nothing that was life-threatening, but it was maybe the third incident that had happened, and she was driving a fairly nice vehicle that my parents own, and so just, you know, the pressure to make sure this never happened again was building, and then it happened again, and her own self-confidence is also, you know, like affected by it because it's discouraging, you know, and jarring, especially when you're new to driving. And Houston is not the friendliest city to learn how to drive in. That is for sure. And so anyways, she's not looking forward to telling my parents, and she knows that she's gonna hear it, and who knows what they're gonna do or say. But the worst part is just you're gonna feel terrible, you know, because they're gonna make you feel terrible, probably. Particularly my mom can be a little bit can be straight edge. So anyways, she's processing what happened. We're asking, are you okay? Like, we're just like there caring for her. But it comes to light that, man, she is just mortified at telling my parents, because what are they going to say? What are they going to do? And guess what I did, guys? I had this genius idea. Nothing crazy at all, but it seemed significant at the time. I was like, Carina, what if I tell them? Like, I could go downstairs and I could tell them, and I could help explain also that just like the extenuating circumstances of how it happened, but I could also just explain that you know, like, you already feel bad, and so of course y'all are gonna have to talk about it eventually, but let me just like get rid of the soften, let me deliver the blow to them so that you don't have to see their initial reaction, but then also let me like help them to soften whatever they do or say to you, you know, tomorrow morning when y'all talk about it, or whenever you get around to it, that they can be mindful of, you know, your feelings. And guys, I don't really like telling stories from other people's hearts, because you don't really know, you know. But at the time, for sure, Carina was like, kind of like, are you serious? Or like, would you really do that? Like, and kind of like tearing up. And so I just felt like the coolest big brother ever that day, because I got to, you know, protect my little sis from the potential wrath or disappointment of her parents. And yeah, it was great. I had a great convo with mom and dad, and of course they were not happy, but they were like, they were super gracious, and I think my presence there helped. And honestly, what a cool testimony that I was even home, because, you know, I'm home not a lot, a small percentage of the year. So the odds that I even happened to be there on the night where that wreck or whatever it was had happened is awesome, and a testimony in a sense that allowed me to have this moment to love and care for my little sister, who I do love and care for, but to get to demonstrate it in a unique way, in a moment where she's still feeling flustered and her emotions are still heightened because of what had happened. And you know, when we're in that state where we're not quite as emotionally stable due to circumstances, it's a unique opportunity where like either love or pain can really make more ground than normal. Like, or, you know, what you gravitate to in that moment, and what the impact of that moment is just so much more marking, and can be so much more catalyzing than just a normal day going through the motions. It's like you're ready to be influenced. Your mind and your heart are more open than they are in a normal state when those different types of events can happen. So So to know that that was like a vulnerable moment for my sister and to get to stand in the gap for her, I feel so thankful for that. I don't really know if beyond that night she's ever thought about this this moment again. Carina, let me know. Drop it in the comment. I'm kidding. But maybe I'll send this video to you. You can let me know if you remember that. And if I lied, then you can drop that in the comments if you want to roast me and say that this was all a sham and I'm not even your brother. Please don't say that. But yeah, thankful for that opportunity to love, and of course I've been so blessed by her in relationship with me in different ways that she's just shown me God's character. But today, that's the story you get. That's all I got for y'all. Happy birthday again, one day late, Carina. I'm thankful for my family and thankful that God has used me as a member of my family, as a son, as a brother, to, in just little tiny ways, get to demonstrate character that's from heaven. So that's all I got for y'all. I'll talk to y'all soon. Life is worship. God is love.